23rd. I'm Wasim Sandhu, and you're watching Falcon Broadcasting Channel News with Wasim Sandhu. River Valley will now be airing its very first video bulletin every week on Monday. We hope you're as excited as we are in informing you about our school's events. In this week's news, we have Back to School Night on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Make sure to bring your parents. It's the biggest event of the year. The 2016-2017 yearbook will now be $80 until March 24th. What a deal! Hurry and order them at the student store while they last. Also, seniors, make sure to get your senior quotes and ads out as soon as possible. And finally, math tutoring is after school in the library until 4:15 p.m. every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Are you having trouble with integrated math and just not getting it? Well, then do something about it and show up. I'll be one of the tutors there too, just in case anybody wants any autographs. And now we turn to a live weather report with Ashley Morello. Ashley?
Thanks, Wasim. It's going to be a lot sunnier this week than last week, as the storm finally passed through California. But highs will still only be in the 50s, so make sure to have a jacket. Quick reminder to drive safe. Last week we were hit with 3 vicious storms, and according to the National Weather Service, received almost 4 inches of rain. And actually, the wind was so powerful that a basketball hoop fell over and broke my...
And that's it for the weather. Thanks, Ashley. We now move on to our sports coverage with sports analysts Clayton Chipchase and Jaden Diamond.
Thanks, Wasim. Last week...
You're welcome.
So last Wednesday, our girls basketball team played over at YC, and we won 70-35. Here are some highlights of the game. Intense game. How do you think about that game, Jaden?
Well, Chip, it was great, There was players cheering, scoring. I don't know. It was a pretty good game.
Great analysis, Jaden. I agree completely. We also had a soccer game that day. Here's some footage from that. What an exciting match. I think soccer is a really unique game. Jaden, it's got a ball, right? And people running, playing on a field, back and forth with 2 goals. It's just truly an amazing sport.
This Wednesday, our boys basketball team plays against River City at 7 o'clock. I hope to see you there. Also, our girls soccer team has a home game on Thursday. Hope to see you there as well. Now,
thank you for listening to our sports analysis.
Yes.
Great stuff. I hope everyone shows their Falcon Freak spirit and goes to the games this week to support our athletes. We now turn over to a special segment with our Falcon correspondent, Ahdeesh Singh.
So last week we conducted a poll on Twitter asking everyone what their favorite thing about RV was. The people, the campus, the rallies, or the games. Nearly half of you said that the sports games were your favorite, with people coming in second place, and the campus in last place with only 10% of the votes. Very interesting results. If you want to participate and make your vote count, follow us at RVHS ASB News and tune in for our next poll. This week's poll question will be, what was the hardest year of high school for you? After you vote, reply with a funny or interesting story about that year. We'll read through your replies and give you a shout out in our next bulletin. I remember my hardest year...
Great stuff. Coming up next, we're going to show you some footage that our reporters Zoe Hearn and Derek Smith took on their trip to Washington, D.C. to watch Donald Trump's inauguration. Let's take a look. How cool is that? A very exciting opportunity for our fellow Falcons. Before we air off, here's a quick highlight of what's happening next week. We're having a pizza fundraiser next Friday at lunch to support Mr. McCauley's recovery after a terrible accident he had while on vacation. You can buy tickets from the ASB officers you know, or just come to room 402. The pizza is from Rolling Stone Pizza Company. Finally, next Monday will be the beginning of our first Spirit Week of the semester. It'll be football themed for the Super Bowl, so it'll be really easy to dress up and show your school spirit. We got a lot of fun activities planned for every day of that week as well, like capture the flag, pony races, and more. We'll also be having our student versus teacher football game and rally that Friday. One last thing, we have a special birthday shout out to Jazette Soto and Savina Sandhu. Jazette's turning 9 on Monday and Savina's turning 10 on Tuesday. Make sure to say happy birthday. That's it for this week, Falcons. Stay tuned for the next video bulletin where we'll have more news and more fun segments.
FBC. Wait.